Hey everyone, welcome to the pre-Christmas Headspace edition, in which I will share 3 practices that will help you unscrooge your life. This will happen in a minute, but before we do, please subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with people you love. Welcome to Headspace. My Christmas experiences and practices have been an evolution. That's an understatement because I grew up in an atheist family. The countries where I lived did not make Christmas a big deal. So eventually I just married an American and I experienced the full force and taste and wonderfulness of an American Christmas. I remember the first time we spent Christmas in the US, it was a culture shock on so many levels. And one of the traumatic experiences and wonderful at the same time was me being dragged along to carol, to actually caroling in the neighborhood. So we would show up at somebody's doorstep and start singing songs with a book, and I didn't know the lyrics, and it was awkward for me, but it was transformative in many ways. Okay, so why am I creating this episode? Well, because Christmas can be actually a sad time for some people. It could be sort of reimagining, re-remembering things that are traumatic and painful. Maybe your family's a bit dysfunctional. Maybe you're the dysfunctional one in the family. But it's not necessarily the most joyous thing for everybody. It's super joyous for others. And then there's people in the middle who just don't care, right? They just want to keep working, keep achieving. So let me give you 3 practices to unscrooge your life. To allow yourself to be transformed by this Christmas season, to be more bearable, more delightful to people around you, all of that stuff, right? Okay, number 1, embrace the ritual. Look, this is a season and you can just go against it or you can embrace it, right? Just embrace it. Stop working. It could be for 3 days, it could be for 10 days. But when you stop, just stop. Go beyond presents and give presents. Be around people. Soak in the goodness. Express love, express gratitude, express affection. Make good memories. Okay, number 2, disrupt the routine. These are things that we do year after year after year after year. Sometimes you have to shake things up a bit to sort of bring more meaning, more depth to the experience, right? And here's some of the things that you can, like good disruptions that you can have. You can read a book about Christmas. I'm reading a book called Is Christmas Believable by Rebecca McLaughlin. It's a thin little book. You can probably read it in a couple hours, and it's full of really amazing insights about Christmas. So it's sort of refreshing my experience of Christmas. You can learn a poem, you can go on walks, you can do something that you don't usually do, maybe plan a trip to an unusual place with a family. You can even change some of the rituals of giving and receiving gifts for this particular year. So just disrupt a routine, and sometimes you can find delightful new dimensions, new ways to experience this together with your loved ones. Number 3, integrate renewal. Imagine that you actually embrace the ritual and you are soaking it in, you're giving presents, you stopped working, you're delighting in people, and it's wonderful. Imagine that you are sort of disrupting some routines to make it even deeper, more joyful, more wonderful. Now what you want to do is you want to integrate this renewal. I have a friend, his name is Steve Garber, and he's a writer, and he's given me this new perspective on the Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. And in it, obviously, we have sort of these archetypal experiences of people in the 19th century dealing with social inequality and suffering. And we're dealing with so much of this even now in the 21st century, this drive for greed and acquisition, this self-centric culture and experiences that we can have that make us miserable people, as they did Ebenezer Scrooge. So in the Christmas Carol, he is visited by his business partner, and his business partner basically tells him this insight into what his work and his purpose was all along, and what he missed and what he regrets. And this is what he says. He says, "Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of my business. So what he's saying is that, look, we may have goals and we're busy people and we have things to do and places to be in. And sometimes we need to allow a wave of goodness, of meaning, of transformation to come into our lives. And Christmas is one of those times, these opportunities. And if we allow that to happen profoundly, it can actually reshape the way we see everything. In the story of Ebenezer Scrooge, he was transformed forever. He wasn't just transformed for a season. He made the welfare of people around him his business. And he basically says, look, the dealings of my trade, the thing that my profession, my ambition, my career, my bank account, were just actually a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean of the actual business of doing life generously, lovingly, expansively, joyfully. And this is the opportunity that you have with Christmas. So my wish to you is, think about this. You can unscrooge your life through some very specific, very easy practices, and it can just change not only this season for you, but actually life going forward. Before I let you go, I want to share about a couple of opportunities. One is, obviously, Christmas is the end of year season of giving, and I want to encourage you to go to www.ascend, as in going up, ascending, ascendmission.fund, and in there you'll see a couple of the things that we're working on with the poor. One is a project in Maputo, Mozambique, and the other one is the Ukraine Relief Network, which is working with refugees in Ukraine. It's an amazing, amazing time to really invest in something that's world changing. It's going to actually change history. So we're in the middle of it. We're trying to help as many people as possible. If you can join us, we're looking for donors, partners, angels, all of it. The second thing, I have a coaching program. It's called Xponential, with an X without the E, xponential.life. Check it out. This is a time where most of us want to sort of imagine a new beginning for ourselves, right, for the year. And xponential.life, it's an amazing opportunity to really focus and get coaching, get a very hands-on, structured help to transform your life. Check it out. If you're not in the market for something high investment, you can just go to Facebook, and we have a free, 100% free Facebook group called Mastering the Art of Happiness, and you're always welcome to join and benefit from all the materials, the discussion, the community there. So I want to invite you to that as well. Again, thank you for listening to Headspace and watching Headspace on YouTube. Have a wonderful, transformative, delightful Christmas. Be present. Stop working. Give love. Share love. And give us some love by subscribing and sending this to some friends. Have a great Christmas.